Alright, so let's make this little rock dude right here who looks like, man, he needs his social distancing bad, right? He definitely needs his social distancing. These flowers are definitely encroaching on his space, or he's encroaching on theirs. I don't know, but this is a very uncomfortable situation for all of us from what I see here. Alright, so let's freeze this guy right quick. Freeze selection in there. You know how we're going to start this guy off. Instead of a box, I'm going to start this guy off with a plane. And instead of auto grid on, I'm just going to draw my plane right here. Nope, okay, delete. F on the keyboard, Z to zoom in, and then just go into my plane. Let's just draw a plane in the front view. Alright. So that'll be the face. We'll X that guy. F4. And then I want to see how I would address these little totem pieces. So like my first instinct would be to kind of draw it out. So like I would, you know, this would be my first instinct right here. And it might be right. I don't know yet. I honestly don't know yet. But my first instinct would be just be like, all right, let me just draw these guys out. And I would only draw one side, right? Because I don't, you know, I'm a lazy bum like that. And I would just draw one side like that, right? Boom, like that, boom, boom. Like that, and then like that. Okay, so let's go to no, where's my line? I just lost it. Okay, because I didn't close it out. All right, let me finish this right quick. Yes. All right, let's close my spline. And then I'll then go in and refine these shapes like so. Just making sure that they're doing what they're supposed to. Okay. Just like so. Okay. Might move this guy, make sure this guy's like completely flat. Alright. Actually move these guys in. Alright. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to symmetry this. Alright, you guys, you can symmetry anything, pretty much. Just symmetry anything. Alright. So now let's just throw an edit poly on it. Hit 1. And then set 2 on here. Throw backspace. I'll actually just throw a weld everything. Let's make sure everything's welded. Yep. Alright, now I'm gonna hit 2 on the keyboard. F3. See if I can throw backspace this. Let's do target weld. Target weld this to this and this to this. Making sure that I only have one line right here. Alright, control backspace. Giving me nice clean topology that I can use. So now let's hit Alt X again and grab these guys. Let's just remove this guy. Remove. Select these guys. We can just pull these guys right in. Right, just like that. Pull those guys right in. Select the inside faces like that. Just inset. Just like that. And then we can extrude it. You think it's just an extrude, it's not a bevel. So just actually before I did that, I would throw on connect. Start connecting some of these to. I should have done this before I did my symmetry, but it's fine. That's fine. I'll live with some of my mistakes. Not all of them, just some. Okay. Through this. Yeah, before I do that, I'm going to throw a shell modifier on this guy. Let's do a shell. Set alt text so you can see what's going on. Okay, now we've got our little Shelly. Got a little Shelly on. Yeah, I'm gonna just put that in the back. For now, let's focus on this face for now, for a second. So it's at Alt and X. Alright. We got some really fun stuff going on in here. Got this nice mouth he's got here. It's just I don't know how many I need. I'm gonna put 6, 8, 9. what I really want is I want to make sure that these guys are square. And I'm only gonna do half anyway, so I really don't care about a lot of the other stuff. All right, so let us make it 12 by 10. All right, that gives us a square. I'm gonna throw an edit poly modifier on there, and first thing your boy's gonna do is I'm just gonna delete half of that bad boy. Like, bye. I don't need ya. All right, then I'm just gonna start moving my polys in place. So yeah, just like that. Just gonna start moving my polys. Just moving some polys into place. That's all we're doing. All right. Okay. Actually, gonna use these as like the supporting edges for this bad boy. Okay, this guy actually is like right here. So this is our mouth shape right here. We just made out of the polys. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is I kind of want to just pull these guys up like so. Move this guy up like that. Now I'm gonna move this guy up just so I get that nice beveled edge on the edge right there. Beveled edge. Move these guys down. And move this guy like here. Alright, let's start doing the same something similar for the eyebrow polish. So, alright, you guys get, you guys should be seeing the idea of what's going on. So let's see. Start just. Okay, so this one goes right there. So these guys will just work up like so. Right. So this is my eye, and I will make this my eyebrow. Alright, what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to cut right here, right, to give myself the geometry I need right there. And then I can just bring these guys. Alright, so I'm going to hit 1 on the keyboard, So control backspace to remove that vert right there. Let's add an extra hanging vert. This is gonna be the eyeball. I can get rid of this. It kind of serves a purpose right now. Okay. So the eye hole is in there. Right there. Okay. I'm gonna right click. I'm gonna collapse this right here. I'm gonna do the same right here. No, actually I'll leave it open. Because whenever I make that extrude, and the reason I've done this for a while, so I know I have an idea of where I kind of need to put the polys already. And the only way you guys are gonna understand and learn this stuff too is if you guys just do, just start doing stuff like this. So I know it doesn't look like I'm going anywhere right now, but once I start getting to those finishing points, you guys will start to see where this is all headed. All right, so let's move this guy down. So move this guy down here, like so, because this is gonna have to protrude out this eyebrow right here. So that's what I'm trying to. So I'm trying to give myself. So, and the thing is, as well, I could always add more polys if I need it. Right? If I figure out, okay, I need one more right here, I can just go ahead and add that. Right? And I did need that, so I'm just gonna do myself a favor, give myself a little more to work with. All right. This is gonna be like the eye duct kind of area. Okay, let's move this guy. This guy's gonna have a lot of polys because it's scrunching. Because he's scrunching his eyes. He's gonna have quite a bit of polys down here. So, and this is gonna. And I haven't even attacked this from the profile yet. I'm just trying to lay these out for myself now. And this is why you guys need to kind of get good at 2D drawings as well, right? Because if you learn how to draw better in 2D, it'll definitely, I promise you, it'll help when it comes to your 3D. Like I promise you, it'll help you. So I'm gonna move this guy like a little over. No, actually, I'll move it over there because I think it'll support this transition a little bit better. Alright, so this is fine, this is fine, this is fine. So now let us, what we can do is, we can just select, okay, before I do that, there's this little bit right here that I think I might need an extra poly for, so. Let's throw another swift loop in here to round it out. And then maybe one in here, and then maybe one right here. Alright, so this will help me kind of round out the shape a little better. Okay. Right, the idea is I start small and then I just build up from there. Right. Let me actually square these off like that. Okay, I'm gonna square these guys off as well. So they're straight up and down. Sometimes you want to do that just so your topology is cleaner. This guy down. Okay, let's square these guys off. And just do the same. Okay, so that's where we get that separation right there. This guy here. Increase this. Okay, I think this guy's ready. Ooh, actually, let's fix this mouth stuff, this mouth shape stuff as well. All right. I'm just using these extra polys to round it out, right? I'm not just gonna waste them if I put them in here. Let's make them worthwhile. Let's make the silhouette of what we're creating just a little bit better. All right, right here, right here, and this guy. So I'm gonna Alt C this. This, that guy. Because as you can see, he's kind of got this kind of lip thing going here. So I'm gonna do that. Okay. Just like that. I can add another one here if I want. I don't know if I want to yet. I'm just, sometimes just gotta see. Now I want to kind of draw this inner one. Alright, so you always want to clean up these little extra ones. And the best way to do it is just control and backspace them. All these extra little ones, because they're going to cause you issues whenever you're trying to finish off your model. So. Right, so now we're getting somewhere. Look at this. This guy's starting to come to life. So what I'm doing now is I'm counting how many polys are in this. So it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides. That's not good. I'm gonna need to triangulate this somewhere. So I'm gonna triangulate it here. I'm gonna right click and I'm gonna connect it right here. So I'm always making sure. So I'm like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's not good either. So I need to do something with this because it's going to give us some weird issues when we try to turbo smooth it. So let me just show you. You see how this looks? This looks mangled, right? You see how mangled this looks? I know that's going to happen because, well, I haven't done the proper connections that I need to. So we're going to get that issue right now. So let's see if the best way to do this would be, I think, let's say right here, like so. Maybe hit 2, W. So this is like the trick, right? Is trying to figure out where stuff should end. So I just took out this guy. So now maybe we can pull this guy up like so. We got, if I connect this guy to this guy, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got quads again, right? So that's the kind of stuff that you guys are gonna have to start kind of understand. Oh, okay, that's what's going on there. That's what's happening there. And this might not work because I'm getting I might have some issues with how this works, but right now I know that I at the very least I have all quads in my topology. So now if I smooth it out, I should get something that looks like that. It's nice and clean. All right. So yes. Now let's move on. Let's see what we've got here. I think it's a little rounded. It's a little more rounded than I give it credit for. Alright, so we've got our guy, he's in half. So now let's start doing some extrudes and stuff. Okay, let's see. Let's address this because this side doesn't look too. I want everything needs to kind of already look in place, right? You need the foundation to be there, right? So like you see how jagged and uneven and stuff like that. That's not gonna work because it's not. It's not gonna translate into the final version, right? So you have to make sure all your shapes are there. Like if they're supposed to be rounded, right? They're rounded. If the contour is supposed to follow this kind of trajectory, make sure that it follows that and it doesn't skew or wave off at the end or something, or taper off in different parts, because that's what's going to start making your models look not as good, so definitely be mindful of things like that. So, just always very careful, just trying to look at the overall shape that I'm getting, making sure that the silhouette looks good, making sure that everything is looking nice. So, yeah. So I might want to move this guy in a little bit more. All right, so it's a give and take, right, guys? It's a give and take. If you guys are watching what I'm doing, you'll notice that I'm making slow incremental changes, but these changes they make the overall shape look good, right? You see how I built it, right, from scratch, just using a plane, right? And there's many ways to model things. So, yeah. So now I can select these guys. Okay, so let's just pull this guy out so you guys can see what's going on. So that's it. Alt X. So that's all I've done on this plane is I've drawn out the outline of what the shape is that I believe it is. So now all I've got to do is just start extruding the pieces that need to be extruded. So like the mouth, let's extrude that in so you can look super angry and mean. Just extruded a decent amount. I'm going to delete this. And the lip protrudes a little bit, so we're going to extrude that out in different parts. So we're going to extrude the bottom for sure. Alright, so we're going to extrude outward instead of inward. So now let's turn on Turbo Smooth so we can see what's going on. Now let's use some of our modeling materials so that we can get an idea of what our model is really doing right now. So let me make a new one, and then I'm going to select the gray material, grab my color picker, pick the gray or greenish gray, whatever it is, and then assign it to our model. I'm going to assign it to this guy as well. So now we can see what's going on. All right, cool, looking good, there. I might want to bring out this top lip a little bit because it looks like he's got like kind of like he's got like a snarl at the top of his lip, so I'm gonna want to do that as well to it. But so far so bueno. Alright, so I'm gonna delete this guy right here just because it's gonna split the lip in the middle. Alright, so we've got our mouth one up right there, and I think I'm just gonna maybe do this a little bit and then just extrude this guy out a little bit, and then this no, let's turn on the turbo smooth. Let's see what it looks like. Cool. Alright, so now let's do the same for the eyes and the eyebrows. Okay, so Mr. Angry Man. So let's do Alt X so I can see through. Again, I want to see all the stuff that is the eyes. So right here, boom, 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 boom. Maybe even a little right there. So I'm going to do extrude. I'm going to do 2 extrudes for this guy. I'm going to do small one for this ball check. Then deselect these two. And then just inset these a little bit more. And like that. And then I can delete this this piece right here. That's going to give us the bridge we're looking for. Alright, just like that. Alright, so the next step for this would be to grab this eyebrow. Alright, you guys are getting the drift of this, right? As you guys are watching, it should be making a little more sense to you guys. Okay, that's what he's doing. This makes sense. This is this. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to inset this guy a little bit. Right? And on this end piece right here, I actually want to cut this the other way. So I'm going to cut these out so that these polygons right here are flowing outwards and not to this edge. So I'm going to select this guy right here, control backspace, and I'm going to control backspace this guy as well. Right, because I want that poly flow, that polygonal flow to flow through this so that it makes the other side of the eyebrow. So another thing we need to do is I just need to pull this guy down quite a bit more because he's very, very angry about something. You have disturbed his space, his property, and he is teed off, ready to go. Anybody can get it right now. Alright, so let's select this guy as well. Now I'm gonna bevel this. Okay. I'm gonna delete this guy and select this guy right here. Go to the front view and just kind of scale it out like that. Do one. So let's do that for this whole center edge. Okay. So now that that's done for the center edge, when we hit Turbo Smooth, we'll get this guy. Look at that. Angry as ever. Looking good. Looking good. Alright. Another thing I noticed, he's got like kind of like a puffy thing right here, like where it's you know, his eye socket goes in. So we need to add that detail as well. Let's do Alt X. Go back to F4. Alright. And it's easy to add this stuff. Once you guys start to understand, you know, like all this little stuff I'm doing, and it's easy to add this stuff. So now, well, all I gotta do is move these guys up. You guys are just let me do my job. And then use a Swift loop. Alright. Make these guys happen. One, to make sure that the silhouette is kind of following that line. And with this, I'm actually going to just target weld this to this. And then remove this guy. Throw backspace like that. And I know this guy kind of stops right here, so all I gotta do is, you know, match that. Just match. That's all I gotta do. Just match that silhouette. Whatever's going on, I gotta just match that with my poly flow, my wireframe. Right? Match that. I'm good to go. And I think he looks a little angry, so we need to. His anger, you can tell by the arch of it, the underside of his eye, that this guy is really mad. Somebody's really in for it this time. So, really want to get those emotions in there. Okay. Okay, now let's double this guy. Alright, nice and angry. Okay, so let's hit Alt X on this guy now. Let's hit F on the keyboard, and then let's start blocking out these teeth he's got here. He's got these chompers. So we're just gonna use you know, a cube. A cubey cube. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna convert this guy to an editable poly. So I'm just gonna throw an edit poly modifier on him. Select this guy, Control I, delete. What that means is I just delete everything in the back. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna shift, I don't know. Okay. Okay, yeah. Shift, drag. What is this? Okay. Control I and then delete. Alright, Alright, so shift and drag. What is going on? Why is it making all this? Okay, I don't know what's going on with Max. This is one of the bugs that I was trying to tell you. It's just crazy. Alright, so let's just start with the plane, because I don't know what that's about. I'm gonna take off all of these guys, and then I'm gonna throw on the edit poly. Alt X, hit F4. Let's actually hide these guys. And I'm gonna select this tooth right here. Hit 1 on the keyboard. Alright, just drag this guy in place. That's all we're doing is placing. So now I'm just gonna do the same. Just gonna drag. What is this? Is this a new feature or something? What is this? Why can't I just create a new polygon when I select? Alright. What is this? You've got to be kidding me. Maybe if I convert it to an editable poly. Nope. Still the same thing. I'm so confused right now. What is going on? This is why Max is starting to lose it. Alright. I'm trying to think of a workaround. Alright, so I'll just make a plane like so. Alright, so it's got 1, 2, 3 that way. So I'll do 1, 2, 2 segments. Alright. Go into edit poly. Hit Alt X. Hit 1 on the keyboard. Alright, and then just move these guys into place. Alright, so now what I want to do is I want to add a couple of Swift loops here. So let me just see if it'll let me split these. Alright, okay. Oh my goodness, 3ds Max. Sometimes 3ds Max. Okay. Okay. Alright. I'm going to connect one here. Connect one here. Connect one here. So let's go like this. This guy like this. I know nobody's ever gonna see this part of the teeth, but I always feel better when I actually just kind of make it look like, you know, act as if it's gonna be animated or something, and just put that stuff in. So now the next thing we want to do is just add a shell modifier. Actually, let's yeah, that's fine. Let's add a shell modifier to it. Oh, before we do that, let's do a mirror on the actually let's make it a copy, hit OK. Now we're just gonna pull these guys down like so. Just gonna make one, pull this guy like this, so it's kind of closer. Right, like that. This guy like this. Just looking for where their shadows are. Alright. Alright, now we've got our teeth in. Let's throw a shell modifier on them. It's a pretty big shell. So let's copy this. Actually, let's throw 2, 3 side segments and let's turbo smooth until we get shell. Let's do smoothing groups. Let's do 2 of those, and then let's do one more turbo smooth. Alt X. Let's do M. We'll find some white for the teeth. Okay, so I'm just gonna copy all this. And I'm gonna paste it here. So shell, copy, cut this one. Now we've got that one. Let's hit Alt X. Let's unhide the rest. Okay. Alright, so now let's tackle the eyes. These very, very frightening eyes. These are the eyes of a madman. This is the way my mom looks at me when I've done something wrong. Yes, 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 yes. All right, let's do. Actually, I'm gonna do a box. All right, I know I'm just doing what you would think I would do isn't what I'm doing. That's for good reason. I believe you can do this stuff with anything, and the oblong shape that I need to use a box to get that shape. So let's continue with. It's gonna be kind of like that. Let's do 4, 4. Let's do 5, 5, 5. No, it's 5, 5, 6, 5. Just 7, 7, 7. Lucky number 11. Alright, so now if I turbo smooth it, I should get something that looks like this. Whoa, that's way too much. So we need to reduce it to 3, 3, 3, 2, 1, 1, and 2. Okay, I'll do 2, nothing on the height. I just need it on the sides. And yeah, that's enough. Right. So in between that, we're going to throw an edit poly. We're going to hit F on the keyboard. We're going to do 1 to select it. Just move it here. I'm going to select this guy. I'm just going to make sure. Scale these guys in like so. The top part's got more of like a rounded kind of thing to it. Alright. In the center, right here, is where the pupil is. So we're going to control select this guy. Just scale these guys out like so. Like that. And actually shift. What is going on? When did that start happening? This is new. When you usually shift drag, it doesn't do this. There has to be a setting that I have that's on it. It's driving me wild right now. I'm gonna detach it as a clone. So I guess that's the only way. Nope. Detach it as a clone. No, detach it as an element. Okay. So this guy right here. So but it did not do any of what I just told you to do. Right. Detach it to the element. Oh, okay. Attach it as a clone to the element. So what am I doing? Alright, so now I've got an extra little eye thingy piece. So now I'm just going to scale this guy down a little bit. I'm just going to extrude this guy. No, I'm going to bevel it. Bevel this a little bit. Okay, it's not going to do what I want, so I'm just going to manually do it. Just going to manually do the thing. So it's got like an eye kind of shape. Alright. Okay, let's check off this turbo smooth. I'm gonna actually throw another swift loop right at the bottom of this eye. Boom, like that. Let's do Alt X, pull this guy in quite a bit into the side. Okay. Cut this, convert this to an editable poly. This is the eye, and then I'm gonna assign this white. Now assign this a red color. Oh, okay, let's get closer to deeper red. Now we'll assign that to that. Then we'll throw turbo smooth on this whole ordeal and call it a day for this guy. So pull this guy right here, F on the keyboard, Alt X, F Z, rotate this guy like so. Pull this guy into the eye, socket, like so. Let's make this guy Alt X on, right? Okay, let's actually squeeze this like so. Not you as well. There we go. Oh, okay, this one. So these eyes cannot be symmetrical. So I just need to scale this guy up a little bit. Make this guy a copy. Rotate this guy like so. And this guy. Alright. Okay, now we can just symmetry all this stuff. Right? Wrong. Alright, we still need to take care of this guy in the back right here. Okay. It's another 2 minutes and I think we should be good. So you just throw edit poly on this guy right here. Boom. Like that. Do I want to do the back? No, not to the back. I want to have symmetry in the end if I want it like that. So I'm just gonna bevel it a little bit. Just a little bit, not a lot, not a crazy bevel, but just a slight bevel. And set this guy. Okay. Connect these guys in the back right here for sure. So I'm just gonna connect these guys all the way through. These guys back here, just make sure we're connecting them. Okay. Now let's throw a turbo smooth on this one. So let's do smoothing groups. Okay. Let's do clear all. Let's do 30. Auto smooth. Oh, okay, it's already 11. Oh, I didn't know that. All right, so we can finish this on Monday if you guys want. Let's see. Do you guys want to finish this on Monday, or are you guys okay to stay to finish this? I think finish it on Monday. Okay. All right, so we can finish it out on Monday. All right. Let me just show where we are right now, and we can knock the rest of this guy out on Monday. So. All right, so currently here we are on day one of building out that block dude, and we're gonna wrap this video up here today, and we will finish this guy up Monday.